Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell. The demons squeal in sheer delight. It's you they spy, so plump, so right. For though the groove is hard to beat, yet still you stand with frozen feet. You try to run, you try to scream, but no more sun you'll ever see, for evil reaches from the crypt to crush you in its icy grip. The foulest stench is in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mere mortal can resist the evil of the Thriller. Can you dig it? That's great fun. I found the script of the original recording of Vincent Price, the King of Horror, doing his bit for the song Thriller by Michael Jackson. Of course, not all of it was used for the song. I hope Mr. Price would be proud of my performance. My fascination with Halloween started as a wee lad in kindergarten. My mom and I used to watch Dark Shadows together. It was our thing. The show, for those not familiar, was a soap opera that ran from 1966 to 1971. Yes, folks, some of what I watched was in black and white, which really did add to the mystique of the story. Anyway, the story is about the coolest vampire ever. I mean, Jonathan Freed, the actor, was Barnabas Collins, the vampire. The best vampire ever. Kate Beckinsale, a close second. I may have formed an attachment to Barnabas, as my kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Springer, asked my mom to stop letting me watch. Apparently, that was all I talked about in class. I'm a long-time trick-or-treater, and yes, I lived through the whole stranger poisoning trick-or-treaters thingy. And that is, and was, all a bunch of hocus pocus. There is not one instance of a stranger using poisoned candy or razor blades in an apple to kill or maim trick-or-treaters. From family members and friends? Yes, but not from strangers. And the ecstasy pills that are out now? I bet they cost bucks. So why hand them out as Halloween candy? It's all a bunch of hocus pocus. When trick-or-treating was no longer appropriate for me, my mom suggested a haunted yard. And in each place I have lived since, I tried to carry on that tradition, from haunted porches and other stuffs. Since arriving in the Catskills, I have not carried on this tradition. This year was to be different, but alas, no. I do have a string of lights up, so that's progress. But what the heck are we celebrating? We are certainly not celebrating what you think. Everything that you know about Halloween is just a bunch of hocus pocus. This gets a bit churchy for a bit. Bear with me. it goes away post-haste. There are 7 days of holy obligation in the Roman Catholic Church. These days are so important that we must attend Mass and do other stuff. Think of Halloween as Christmas Eve. Tomorrow is All Hallows or All Saints' Day. The word Halloween is a perversion of the phrase All Hallows Eve. Contrary to popular belief, there were no pagan holidays around November 1st. No Samhain, no satanic black masses. Those uncomfortable celebrating Halloween frequently claim that it descends from the Celtic harvest festival of Samhain, or Samhain, and however you pronounce it. The first attempts to show some connection between the Eve of All Saints, Halloween, and Samhain came over 1,000 years after the establishment of All Saints' Day, or Halloween. All Hallows Eve was around for 1,000 years before anti-Catholics tried to associate the evil Samhain with Halloween. There's no evidence whatsoever that Pope Gregory III or Gregory IV, who established All Saints' Day, were even aware of Samhain. Further, all we really know about the Druids and the ancient Celts comes to us from a page and a half in the journal of Julius Caesar. And Caesar is a title, not a family name, and sometimes a salad. His information about the Druids in the journal is secondhand and comes from 2 different centurions or generals. There is no mention of Samhain. It's all a bunch of hocus pocus. So why would Catholics dress up as ghosts and devils and demons? As a reminder that these evils are indeed very real. Everything you think you know about Halloween is just a bunch of hocus pocus, smoke and mirrors, and outright lies.